Good evening. Welcome to the 14th Annual Building Service Worker Awards. We're excited to be gathering virtually with you this year to recognize some amazing honorees after what's been a most unusual year. In our newspapers, Our Town Eastside, the West Side Spirit, Our Town Downtown, and the Chelsea News, we published stories about them this week. And we were struck by how dedicated they are, how much people like what they do, and how grateful they are for their jobs. Thank you for being with us again this year, Errol.
I am so sorry that we couldn't gather together in one place this time, but I am very pleased to be with you to hear these otherwise untold stories of the men and women who regularly work behind the scenes to make life better in our city. Over this last year, these were the people who were deemed essential workers, and they were. They came to work day in and day out throughout the pandemic, and they kept our buildings safe and clean. Building workers have never been more critical to the life of New York, a city that I have faith is coming back soon. And to the family and friends of tonight's honorees, we thank you for joining this community celebration.
Thank you, Errol. Now we turn to give a shout out to all the men and women of 33J who worked so hard over the last year in such difficult conditions. Your dedication lifts us all. And now to the presentation of the awards. The first award tonight goes to the Eastside Doorman of the Year, Victor Rodriguez. Victor has been at the Andover for 24 years. He's watched kids grow up and loves his job so much he misses it while on vacation.
I love coming here. I've been in one building, that's the best thing. I've been in this one building 24 years. Watching the kids grow up, playing with my best part of the morning is when I see them going to school. That's the best part of my day. Because, bye Victor, see you later Victor. What's up? Like high five, so yeah, I like that the most, That's why I come to work, and I like it here. Like I said, all my friends are here. All my friends are here.
Thank you, Victor, for always striving to make residents' days brighter. Our next award goes to the Doorwoman of the Year. Vivette Chin was the first doorwoman when she started. Over the years, she's worked hard to keep her residents safe, never more than in 2020. She said the past year wasn't stressful at work, but heading home at night without seeing any lights on the Van Wyck was very eerie. Who would you like to thank, Vivette?
Goodness, there's a lot of people to thank. First and foremost, the Almighty for giving me the strength to get up and go. And there is one person that I do need to thank. He's no longer here with me. Krishna Ranjat, and he was also a union member and my other half for 30 years.
I look forward to people getting back out.
It's, of course, been more difficult, but as this leaves, we'll learn to appreciate what we have.
So I just can't wait, for when things kind of go back to normal, so I could just involve both my children so that they could see, exactly what the union is.
And just hugging and kissing your family.
As the city opens up more, so is my building. So things, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and I do see it.
Norma Martinez's job as a school cleaner is intense. She now wears 2 masks plus a face shield and carries a heavy tank on her back full of disinfectant. But she loves her team and considers them family. Thank you, Norma, for keeping schools safe.
We have a good team of men. I'm the only woman in the classroom and in the school. So it's the first time there's a woman in the school cleaning. The principal is amazed, but he's such a sweetheart, and he likes whatever our team does. So he's very pleased about it.
Thank you, Norma, for keeping schools safe. Dulce Martinez's father encouraged her to become a 32BJ porter like him. The job had allowed him to provide for his family and achieve a dream of buying a home outside of the city. The two worked in tandem until last year when Dulce lost her father to COVID-19.
He always said, when you do something, you always do it with love and passion. Oh, you always gotta love what you do. Work for it. Be responsible with work. Time is very important. Treat your coworkers as you would like to be treated. And I was like, oh my God, you know, I have to make it happen for him and for me and for my family.
Dulce, here's to your strength, resilience, and hard work. We're proud to have you and your father as part of the 32BJ family.
I dedicate the award to my dad. He inspires me so much. He did the same thing as I'm doing right now. And he inspired me in so many ways.
It's all because of the art of war. I memorized the first few lessons. They're in my brain. I can recite them. I know them so well. So yeah, the art of war inspired me a lot.
What inspires me? My mom. She does so many amazing things at her age.
Definitely my family inspires me, you know, to always do better and strive for the best.
The people that inspire me the most are honestly my family, because they make me strive to do better and just be a better person. And also my coworkers who make it possible for me to have such a great time coming to work every single day.
So the person who inspires me was, as a kid growing up, Bruce Lee. One of the reasons I fell in love with him was his philosophy of self-discipline. And also, one of the famous quotes I remember, he said, we're all one family under the sun.
Family, my union brothers.
I would say my family, because I have to take care of them, and they're there for me, so I want to be there for them.
I'm inspired by God.
Sandra Edwards retired and unretired to clean the city municipal building, where Manhattan Borough President Gail Brewer recognized her hard work and nominated her to be this year's Building Cleaner of the Year. Congratulations, Sandra. What's best about your job?
I just like the whole layout of the job because it keeps you busy, it keeps you active, you're helping, you know, your co-workers and, you know, the residents and tenants of the building to work in a clean and, you know, appropriate atmosphere.
Ralph Osorio works taking out garbage, cleaning lobbies, and waxing floors in 7 buildings. He likes working on his own. During the height of the pandemic, Osorio worked in a building across the street from Elmhurst Hospital, where he saw the refrigerated vans and was at the epicenter of the epicenter. Ralph, thank you for your work over the past year, keeping our buildings clean and safe.
I just want to thank everyone from my family, my moms, my sisters, who are always there for me, my fellowship that helped me go through these trial times. I want to thank my daughter for being the light in my life and giving me a reason to go forward even in the hardest of times. And I want to thank the union for making this possible and for making me a part of a family that is throughout the United States.
The Marines recently assigned Daniel Rodriguez to work at the Javits Center, helping with vaccinations. Usually, he handles security at Facebook, where he says the best part is making sure people are safe, which means different things now.
So it's a lot different because it goes from basically greeting people every single day and dealing with visitors to just really slow. No one's allowed in the office. So it's been all right. It's just, it's definitely been weird.
Next is the Idrissa Kamara Security Officer of the Year Award. Idrissa Kamara, father of 4, was working a second shift in 2015 when he was killed when a gunman opened fire. We remember Idrissa Kamara as we congratulate this year's honoree, Kenny Nieves. Kenny Nieves takes great pride in protecting vulnerable New Yorkers who live in homeless shelters. He works overnights, which has its pros and cons: less sleep, but more time with his own family, which is most important to him.
You know, honestly, I just love being with my family. Like, that just gives me so much joy. It's just being with my family. Like, that's just, I don't know, it's just something that I love and that I cherish so much.
Thank you, Kenny, for your making a difference.
I just like to help people. And the Department of Homeless Services and DHS that we, had to step it up to do that. Whether it's protecting a domestic violence victim or something like that, That's like the best part of the job. It's just feeling like I'm working amongst my community, I'm working amongst my people, and I'm giving back in my own way.
The best part of my job is waking up every morning and making it here on time. That's the best part of my job.
Lo que más me gusta de mi trabajo es me siento satisfecha con lo que hago, lo hago con amor y ver que los pasajeros o lo que puede pasar por las áreas se sientan tranquilos, seguros de que el aeropuerto está limpio, desinfectado.
Well, the tenants treat you as family.
I love helping people. I love trying to make people's lives better, and this is definitely a good, job to do that.
Eric Nielsen is a third-generation window cleaner. He's learned the trade from his family.
My Uncle Andy was the one to teach me how to do a belt window the first time, and he hopped out there and he was bouncing around. It's like, nothing to it. And then I went out there and then he shut the window, he threw my tools at me and shut the window and said, "You're good, now clean the window, kid."
In the past year, though, Nielsen was laid off as the demand for window cleaning plummeted. Nielsen took the time away to advocate for himself and others who are out of work. Thank you, Eric, for your dedication to window washers throughout New York. Antonio Garriga has worked at the Ludlow since it's opened. This isn't the first time he's worked through a crisis. During Hurricane Sandy, the building had no power. They were working under floodlights, and Antonio helped keep the building safe while break-ins occurred in nearby buildings. Thank you, Antonio, for your work over the past year.
I'd like to thank family, 32BJ, Union, Edison Properties to give me the opportunity of working here.
Residents of 141 East 89th Street say they love doorman Jose Soto.
He's the best doorman ever. So attentive, he loves the animals, he checks in on the people, he does all the things. He's our favorite doorman.
Early this year, Jose was a true lifesaver when a resident rang him to say she was having trouble breathing and couldn't move. Jose called 911 and then helped the resident downstairs. Doctors said a blood clot could have been fatal if it hadn't been for Jose. We're pleased to present Jose with the Lifesaver Award. Thank you, Jose. This year marks 25 years that John Reardon has been managing the apartments and the staff at 14 East 75th Street. He says the building is the only home his three sons have ever known. John loves working with people and is known for his sense of humor. Our town asked John what he likes most about his job.
The best part of my job is actually the commute. I live in the building, so it's about 11 feet.
What about the worst part?
Probably the worst part of my job is living in the building. I'm about 11 feet away from my office.
John, thank you for your work ethic and the ability to make people smile. Congratulations.
Best part of my job? The kids. Coming here, watching them grow up.
The physical nature of the job, the socialization of getting to work with your coworkers, and the satisfaction and freeing nature of knowing that there's a job well done.
The best part of my job is getting to know my coworkers.
My favorite part of the job is meeting and greeting people.
The Airport Worker of the Year is Teresa Peralta. Good news. Teresa says the flow of passengers is almost back to normal at JFK. Teresa gets satisfaction keeping the airport clean, people safe, and her coworkers supported.
Muchas gracias por haberme escogido para este premio. Primeramente le doy las gracias a Dios porque Él es que me ha motivado a hacer lo que estoy haciendo. Por Él lo estoy haciendo y gracias a Él.
Porter of the Year is Joel Valdez. After his father passed away when he was a teenager, Joel moved from the Dominican Republic to be closer to his mom and his sister. Joel says his family motivates him every day.
My family, my kids, I have to get up and do it for them. My kids, my wife, that's what made me wake up every day.
When he's not at home helping with online learning, Joel is at 12 East 86th Street, where he's known for being able to make any mess, like a massive leak in an apartment, look like it never happened. Joel, congratulations. Our next award, Super of the Year, goes to Maximel Vasquez. who dropped out of college 28 years ago and started taking classes at the union, accumulating carpentry, plumbing, HVAC skills, which helped him work his way up the ranks. Our town asked Maximo what he likes most about his job.
The best part of my job is dealing with people and understanding their problems and being able to resolve their problems. Listening to their problems, I think, is very important. I think tenants need to know that you're listening and you understand it, and you're going to be, you're going to follow through with what their problems are.
Congratulations and thank you, Maximo.
The final award of this evening goes to Butch Brown, the West Side Concierge of the Year. Butch began his career 34 years ago, working overnights, taking computer classes at the union. When the front office switched to computers, Butch wasn't sure he wanted the job as concierge.
But it also felt good inside that someone had saw something in me and wanted me to be, the head concierge. So I took it. I took the position, and I've been doing it ever since.
Last year, after recovering from COVID-19, Butch returned to work and became a lifeline to some senior residents in the building, weekly stocking the lobby with groceries from local non-for-profits. I'm just a guy who got sick, came back to work, and started helping others, he says.
I'm employed by Service Workers Union. I am employed to provide a service. If not for them, they wouldn't need me. So no matter what I do, as far as I'm concerned, even if it's in the eyes of some people as doing something extra, I don't see it like that. I feel like I've been placed in a position to act accordingly. And sometimes acting accordingly may be doing something different. That's a good way of looking at it. I just wasn't doing some of my daily routine. I was just doing something a little bit different. I'd first like to thank 32BJ. I also would like to thank my mom again for instilling in me some morals, some values, and some principles that I have been able to use in my adult life, and I hope that I'm making her proud.
I'd like to thank my board of directors, my tenants, my crew, my management team, and 32BJ Training Fund.
We got to give a shout out to a few people because definitely my mother and father, because of them, I know what standing up for something means.
First of all, thank God. Thank you to the union, to the Brodsky organization, the manager, Willie Robles, John Grady, my super, my co-worker, everybody that is important in my life. I have to thank because everybody put a little hope in me.
I want to thank my family, my co-workers, and everybody. Thank you so much.
I'd like to thank the award committee for this honor. I'd also like to first and foremost thank my wife and my kids for their support down the years. And I also am accepting this award on behalf of 13 other members of the staff at the building. They're part of this as much as I am. I'm just one cog in the wheel.
Well, I would like to thank Miss Shirley Spain. She nominated me first, and the tenants, of course. So yeah, I would say the tenants and my kids, my son and my daughter.
I would thank the Lord for waking me up every day, and would like to thank New York City and DCAS for giving me the opportunity to work at their job until I retire.
Each and every one of you is an inspiration. Congratulations. We thank you and we salute tonight's honorees as we remember those 32 BJ members who literally gave their lives for this city. We tragically lost them to COVID-19. Their commitment and dedication will never be forgotten. You know that building service workers are not the first people that you think of when you hear essential workers, but from day one of this pandemic, these men and women were on the job. They did not go remote. They worked at sanitizing our airports, keeping our buildings clean, providing security, and so much more. I am sitting watching this list in awe. The reason it's so long is because these were the workers that were on the front lines, and it was such a monumental loss. Thank you again to tonight's honorees and to all of our city's essential workers. Stay safe and good night.